Yo, what is up everybody? This is your boy Claymore Lord coming to you with a quick video. Before anything, I just want to say appreciate every single one of you guys who have subscribed to my channel. I just been busy with work, as you all know. Anyways, as you can see in the title of the video, this is a topic about fear. So, just a quick story real quick. For the longest time, I avoided the game because I considered it a horror game. And someone told me, they're like, hey, you should totally give it a try. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and give it a try. Turns out it was a pretty good game. So, Fear 1, and if you don't want to deal with the spoilers, I suggest you end the video right now and go play the game, then come back. If you don't care, keep sticking around. So, in Fear 1, you play as Point Man, which is the son of Alma, which is the crazy spectra, girl, demon, ghost, whatever you want to call her, who's basically your mom. So in Fear 1, you're playing as Point Man, and you don't know that the chick who's constantly around you is your mom. So you're thinking of her as a threat, so you're trying to kill her and such and such and such. So at the very end of the game, literally the last mission, last 10 minutes of the game, you have to escape a nuclear explosion from the reactor center underground. So as you're escaping, you somehow survive the explosion, which I think that is due to Alma's presence and such and such and such. So you survive and you get on a helicopter and you get on to, you're just flying away. Next thing you know, Alma pops into the helicopter. So that's what happens at the end of the first game, and then when the second Fear 2 starts, you play as Sergeant Beckett, which I'm not going to give too much away because this, honestly, Fear 2 is the best. You're in, I think it's the very first mission, you're in a building and you have to find the lady to get her out of the place so she can be rescued. And a nuke goes off. Well, not really a nuke, but a really big explosion. So this is what I'm thinking, because of the timing. And not only that, there's an explosion at the end of the game, of the first one, and there's an explosion at the dead beginning of the second. I'm willing to bet that Point Man, at the same time as Beckett is doing their missions, which is at the same time. So the explosion that you're witnessing in both games are literally the same exact explosion, just from two different point of views, from Point Man being underground escaping the explosion that actually happened because of him, and Beckett being in the same vicinity or the same city as Point Man in the building and witnessed it from a distance. That's why even without Alma's presence, he still survived, because he was a good distance away. So that kind of lets me know that Beckett and Point Man may or may not be acquainted, or at least know of each other before the third game. But here's the beautiful thing that ties all this shit together that I didn't notice until I went back and replayed Fear 2 and looked at all the logs. I can't say the exact one because I'm not on the system right now to look, but there's a log that states that there is a guy known as Point Man in custody. And this is where it's funny. And this log is at the end of Fear 2. So it's around the end of the game. And then Fear 3, you play as Point Man from the first game. And the very first mission is to escape the jail. And tell me how, in the spoiler alert as well, in Fear 2, the ending, you, as playing as Sergeant Beckett, you get pretty much raped. I don't know if it was consensual or not, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. But basically, Alma rapes Beckett to get a child, and then the beginning of the third game, you start hearing Alma's birth or process of giving birth. So that tells me even more concrete evidence that not only are you shown that Point Man is now in custody at the end of the Fear 2, and then in Fear 3 you play as Point Man in a jail. So that's exact. And these are, I want to say, if I would have had to give it a time, I say probably within the course of a couple days, all three of these games are linked. So that's my thoughts on how these three are connected, and how the explosion at Fear 1's ending is the same explosion from Fear's 2 beginning, and also how Fear 2 and 3 kind of connect in. You're free to correct me if I'm wrong, or if you find any evidence that says otherwise, please leave it in the comment section below. But this is your host, X Claymore Lord X, out. Peace.